Welcome back to Let's Play Trails in the Sky. Last time, we got arrested, and then we learned of a burglary in the South Block. Today we're going to investigate the South Block. I can't believe these Sky Bandits managed to circumvent our search and just walk right into town and burglarize a bunch of places. We were really outdone this time. My factory and all my goods, they're gone. I got this to report this to either the Army or the Bracer Guild ASAP. Now hold on just a minute. If either one of these groups saw what was written in that stolen ledger, yikes, I'd be in a world of hurt. Well, that's a hint. It looks like this store was hit by the burglars as well. I guess this isn't the time to be talking about business yet. Even so, when we've got reporters already on the scene, why doesn't somebody hurry up and call the Bracer Guild? Because the Army wants nothing to do with us. Oh, Neil, Dorothy. Yay, this one turned out really cute. Neil, is this how you wanted this one? Yeah, sure, something like that. However, we really got screwed, you know that? Good afternoon. Are you working on another story? Looks like you two are on the trail of a scoop again. Hey, it's you kids! Oh, Estelle and Joshua! Boy, am I glad to see that they let you have the clinker. Yeah, I heard all about you kids getting arrested by the Army up at the old mine. You certainly had me worried. Why are you acting like you had nothing to do with it? It was your info that led us to the village. Hey now, what kind of face is that? Don't tell me you blame us. Did you go and check out the abandoned mine yourselves? Yeah, we did yesterday, but it was after you all had already been hauled off. We could have had a really great shot of your arrest had we been there. Wow. It really guts me that we missed such a perfect opportunity for a great shot. I swear, you people in the news business. But anyway, I was wondering if you thought this looked like the handiwork of the Sky Bandits. It sure looks that way to me. It seems that the Army is sniffing around for clues too. But to be honest, it looks like there's nothing to be found here anymore. I see. That does make things a bit more difficult. Well, Mr. Reporter, why don't you let me ask you this then? Do you know from whence the Sky Bandits entered town? According to witness statements, they were seen leaving through the West Gate. Well, that's awfully strange. The mayor's residence in Bose Market are right through the West Gate. And it seems like attacking those two places would be far more lucrative. When you put it that way, that makes a lot of sense. But if you don't mind me asking, who the heck are you anyway? I'm glad you asked. I'm Olivier Lenheim, a wandering bard and gifted musician. I'm sure you've heard rumors about me, right? Oh right, you're the guy who drank wine without paying at that classy restaurant. It takes guts to send such a big bill. It's an honor to meet you, sir. You're making me blush. I'm ready for my interview anytime, so don't hesitate to ask. Wow, really? I'm getting a headache just listening to this crap. These two are very much alike. I'm not even going to ask how this guy wound up with the rest of you. That would be for the best. Thanks to your shenanigans, the pages of the next issue are going to be filled with some real gripping headlines. Let me know if you get any other scoops. The newest model of camera on display here was stolen. Do you think the Sky Bandits have an interest in photography? Wow, looks like the burglars made off with nearly everything. I could have sworn that my boss locked up last night. The woman living here said that she had a precious memento taken by those crooks. Oops me and my big mouth. Let's pretend like I didn't just tell you that. What I mean to say is, why don't you just ask about it after I get done here? I'm going to be done here in a minute, so would you kids butt out? Fuck off! We have every right to investigate this like you do. It seems that the group of Sky Bandits in the old mine consists of 2 females and a male. Rumor has it that they've even got children in the mix. What, those people weren't Sky Bandits? No. Damn it! My shop got ripped off by a bunch of thieving criminals. In They took off with every last one of my pricey goods too. Well, it just happened to happen to me at a time when there were hardly any goods around to begin with. General Morgan may be stubborn, but he's running the show and he's a very capable leader. I wouldn't expect any less from the man who defeated the Imperial Army in the war a decade ago. But what gets me is why he's having so much trouble this time around. Are you bracelets here to ask a few questions yourself? This is a mess for the both of us, I tell you. We'll be done with our questioning soon enough, so how about being good and staying tight? I'm not trying to be rude, but this is an official investigation. Move it along. Fuck off. I'm trying to ask you a few questions here. Would you mind getting out of the way? No, yes, I would mind. We're trying to investigate. Same as you. Now we've got burglars running amok in the city? I swear, what's happening to both? I'm just glad they left this house alone, though I'm baffled as to why. They certainly didn't do their homework on this city. Fortunately, this house was untouched in the burglary. But it's at times like this that makes me feel uneasy when there's no man at home. I'm just glad that Morano brought Simon over to watch the house. I was shocked when I heard about the South Block being hit by burglars. Morano's mother was here alone, you see. Well... Hey, you there! What? Is something wrong? I thought I'd better give you a word of advice. Even if you are representing the mayor, at the end of the day, you are all still civilians. We cannot have you wandering around here in the middle of our investigation. Who do you think you're talking to? Your advice seems rather more like a threat. I'm just saying you need to know your place. But if you're so adamant about investigating the mayor, then do it after we've cleared out of here. If we get any more trouble out of you, then I'm going to have to give you a personal invitation to jail. Forget about it, Estelle. There's no arguing with these gentlemen. Ha! For an ass in the lion skin, you sure know how to throw your way around, Mr. Soldier. What did you just say? May I ask what's going on here? Oh, hello! Colonel? For a soldier in the prestigious Royal Army to be threatening our good citizens, that's an outright embarrassment to us all. But these aren't just civilians, sir. They're members of the Bracer Guild. Oh, is that so? Then I ask you once again, what is going on here? The army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. What do you intend to accomplish by being rude to our allies? But as far as the general is concerned, yes, that side of the general really concerns me. I'll take over the investigation from here, so please take your men and clear out! But sir! Your men have been here since early this morning, so I presume that a sufficient investigation has been conducted by now, yes? I'll smooth things over with the general later. Is there anything else you wish me to address? No, sir. Alright, men, pack it up. We're returning to the Hakim Gate. It looks like that's that. It seems that some of our personnel were rather impolite. Please allow me to apologize. I appreciate the gesture, but we made some slightly inflammatory remarks as well, so how about we let bygones be bygones? That suits me just fine. As I've stated before, the army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. I think our two organizations working together grants us each the ability to make up for the other's shortcomings. I'm looking forward to any progress we make with this recent series of events. Thank you, we'll do what we can. He seems like a decent guy. Yeah, I wonder who he is. Colonel, it's almost the appointed time. Oh, already? Excuse me, but it appears I must take my leave. Oh, but before I do, it looks like I haven't properly introduced myself. I'm Alan Richard, a colonel in the Royal Army. If there's anything I can do to assist you, please don't hesitate to contact me. Colonel Richard? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. Neil was the one who mentioned his name earlier. He said something about him being a sharp young officer who leads the Royal Army's intelligence division. Oh, right. Wow, for someone in the military, he sure knows how to listen to others. Probably in his mid-30s, and he's not hard on the eyes either. Seems like he's more fit to be a politician than a service member in the Army. Hey, you guys! Who was that you were just talking to in the black uniform? I could swear I've seen him somewhere before. Are you trying to tell me you didn't recognize him at all? That was Colonel Richard of the Intelligence Division. You know, the guy you mentioned earlier? What? You're not pulling my leg, are you? As fun as that would be, nope. He said so himself, so I'm fairly confident he is who he says he is. To think that the legend himself would show up here. We can't wait around here like this any longer, Dorsey. Let's see if we can catch up to him. Aye, aye, sir. Although I'm really not sure why we're chasing after anyone. Did you see his eyes light up? I wonder if he's going to do an interview or something. Anyone else in the Army would brush him off, but I'm sure the Colonel will oblige him. What's the matter with you, Olivier? You look serious. I gotta say, I find it creepy coming from you. I was just thinking about the Colonel. I'll be the first to admit that he's quite the specimen of a man. But what? I can say with confidence that he doesn't stand a chance against me when it comes to the ladies. But I'd like to see him try just a little harder. It's no fun without romantic rivalry. You just had to ask, didn't you, Joshua? I'll regret it for the rest of my life. Alright, let's see here. Now that the soldiers are gone, how about we resume our own investigation? Let's start by talking to all the people we couldn't talk to earlier. Good idea! Oh, I already tagged you. Did he say anything new? Okay. I was putting my son to bed last night when suddenly some assman kicked in the door and came storming in. I didn't tell my husband because I didn't want him to worry. But my ring, which was for my mother, was taken. Oh, so you're the stolen ring quest. Okay. We can't do much with you right now, then. A bunch of strangers came in the house without asking. My mom and I were scared, so we hid under the bed. Hey, it works. Damn it! Do you have a new weapon for Olivier? No, but you do have new boots for Joshua, By the goddess, first an airliner goes missing, and now we've got a bunch of burglaries. I wonder what will be next. The Sicilia resuming flights is about the only good thing happening. Although as long as the international lines with the Empire don't reopen, we merchants can't reopen our businesses. Oh, you said new dialogue. In any case, we merchants have all been hit hard by these incidents. I got a real surprise last night. When I went to open the window and land some fresh air, there was some assman staring right in at me. He wasn't alone either. There were a bunch of others with him. There were some burglaries around here yesterday. It seems like my mom saw the culprits too. The army was asking about it until just a little while ago. Okay, your dialogue hasn't changed. Oh dear me, weren't you the bracelets who came to ask questions not that long ago? Oh right, we did come before. I'm really sorry I couldn't talk to you then. So what you came to ask about is what happened last night, right? Yes, that's right. Is this a good time for you? Yeah, this is as good a time as any. It was the middle of the night, you see, when I heard a noise coming from outside. And I, of course, thought it was my husband coming home at such a late hour, so I opened the door and started yelling. But it turned out to be a group of masked men coming out of the horrible factory across the road. I thought my heart was going to stop right then and there. Although it turned out to be the burglars were rather surprised and ran away to the north. I see, so it was the Sky Bandits, huh? So what you're saying then, is this house didn't incur a loss of any kind? Yeah, thanks to the mercy of the goddess. Can I ask you another thing? Did your husband coming home late mean that he went to the bar? If it was only that, that would be forgivable. In addition to being a no-good drinker, he's obsessed with this. Cecilia raised her hand in a casting motion. Oh, I get it. You mean fishing, right? I see now. That's right. He loves fishing more than life itself. And yesterday he said something about catching some smell and took off to the lake in the south. And on top of that, he still hasn't come back. So what you're saying is he doesn't know anything about the incident? That's exactly what I'm saying. And when that good-for-nothing husband of mine gets home, he's going to get what for, let me tell you. Hi, honey, I'm home. Phew, what a day I had. I was fishing patiently all morning, but I have nothing to show for it. But what's this? Do we have guests? You senile old man! My goodness, woman, what kind of fiery tempest has gone into you? Don't you know it's rude to act like that in front of guests? If anyone's being rude, that would be you! I'm dumbfounded that my own husband could just take off to do what he likes at a time like this. Huh? What do you mean by what do you... Huh? What do you mean by a time like this? Maybe I should explain. Joshua gave Mr. Kawano a brief explanation regarding the burglaries which transpired the previous night. Burglaries by Sky Bandits? You don't say. Now that is terrible. But to think they hightailed it out of here after my wife hollered at them is hilarious. Guess they got to experience the Cecile effect firsthand. What did you just say? Let's all calm down now, shall we? But to think that these Sky Bandits came in the night like they did and then just disappeared like that. I wonder if that has anything to do with that thing he was talking about the other day. He? What do you mean? Oh right, you don't know him. He is my fishing buddy. He's staying at the inn down in the lakeshore to the south of me. If I remember right, he said something about seeing a strange bunch near the place the other night. A strange bunch? Now this sounds really interesting. Can you tell us a little more about what you've heard? Sure, I don't mind, but I'm just going to tell you up front that this is all hearsay. From what I heard, he just happened to see them by chance as he was out fishing during the night. He saw them leave by way of the inn's front door and then out into the road. However, when he asked around at the inn in the morning, it turned out that no one like that had stayed there the night before. Yeah, that is rather odd. So was there any type of burglary yet then? No, nothing of the sort at all. It's quiet there, the meals are great, and it's, well, a place I'd recommend to anyone. But best of all, it's a prime fishing spot. Though there weren't any definitive clues related to the incident, we did manage to hear a few interesting bits. I concur. I especially like the one that described all the delicious food at the inn. That's not what we're talking about here. Although I did find the fishing part to be rather interesting. Unfortunately, if there's nothing going on there, I guess it might be worth investigating. Actually, I think it's quite the opposite. If someone had been careless and caused a problem, the army would have thoroughly investigated it. Conversely, the possibility of the Sky Bandits appearing where there's nothing happening is rather high. Oh well, I guess that's one way to think about it. And in light of the series of incidents, there's either a spy in the army or the Sky Bandits are a really clever bunch of thieves. Or both. It'll be extremely difficult to corner them only by investigating the incidents which have occurred. We need to get one step ahead of them by tracking their movements. I see, so what you're saying is that we should take an offensive stance rather than a defensive one? Then how about we get going? Off to the beautiful Valeria Lake, extolled in the many a rhyme as the Pearl of the Burl. Well, we still have another patrol to do. I hope the dialogue hasn't changed. I wonder if the army found the crooks who did this to my shop. I sure hope they catch these crooks no matter what they have to do to them. As it stands, I am seething with anger over what happened. Okay, next time, we're just gonna do a massive patrol of bows. South Block, North Block, Hockham Gate, Verte Bridge, Ravenue Village, and, Crone Pass checkpoint. I will see y'all then.